I read the minutes, they were approved, financial report was read and approved. Jordan has volunteered to be our webmaster. He will look at options for when the current contract is up, if you have suggestions. President's report, we had World Amateur Day coming up on the 18th, and we did our COVID station on the 19th, and we'll talk about that tonight. A couple of things for SWAP, but we'll go over more of that tonight as well. The club signed up to do an after-school activity session at the middle school in September, October. There will be 8 students for 6 sessions looking for ideas for an activity. The President's Challenge from March was how many states, and can beat Lynn by 5. This month's is 5 watts or less. Gordy mentioned that he had added an RCA phono plug to a straight key and make the leads more solid, and it works very well. We did net controls. We're going to be doing the repeater tone equipment. If you want to see the repeater site in June, that will happen. Suggestion was made to move the club picnic from Marion to the Veterans Park in Cadillac. It's a nice pavilion, and Bill was going to see if we could find some contact information. And Lynn suggested that since our group has a lot of handheld devices, that we offer anyone who passes the test and joins the club a handheld to borrow for a year to get them started. The POTA presentation and the meeting was adjourned at 7:33 p.m.
Thank you, Brandy. Do we have move to accept? Second? Okay. Any discussion? Any changes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Who was the second?
And thank you, Brandy. All right. Let's see how much money we've got. Come on up here and I'll see if I can put this. Hold on.
Did you hear that? I'm going on vacation.
Uh-oh.
Money, wasn't it? That was
Okay. You want to start there?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Alrighty. Looks like we got a good group again. Okay, so we got the income on this, from this little doodad there, all the way over here is income, and we got expenses over here. So let's see, we had an anonymous gift. We had dues. One person paid their dues with the 50/50, $18. This is all swap here, 285. Whoa, no, okay, $268. And then the expenses, utility for the tower, $23.75 for the telephone. $150 was for the radio that we are going to raffle off. $25 gift certificate that Webster gives out, that gives instant publicity. And $60.50. Lynn had a banner made, which we used at our amateur radio day. And we're going to use it. He's going to put it up at the swap, and we're going to be able to use it. That's something we're going to be able to use, from here forward. So it's pretty generic. So anyway, I want to put it for me. I need my techie here.
Yeah, that's a joke. Is this what you need?
It is.
All right.
Yeah, that's my new report.
Okay.
Gonna work hard on that. Okay, so this goes cumulative month by month. So there's, like this column here, there's no gifts except for April, so there's $100 total. So that's kind of how this thing works. So what the nice thing about this is that when we get to the end of the year, it's going to be kind of like a budget. It's going to show how we did for the year. And then the next year we can compare and so forth. So anyway, we got dues so far for the year, $170, 50/50, $58, the swap so far $633, and then the coax income, we sold $48 of coax, utilities, and then $8 and rent $760. Now the $660, that is the tower. And then we paid $100 for the church. Utilities, $94.84. And then the swap, so far the expenses is $175. I showed you the Webster certificate and the $150 for that radio. So that's what that is. And we got miscellaneous expenses, coax and stuff, so $89. Of course, some of that's going to come back. Coax, as we sell, it'll come back. we got total income for the year, net income is $1,009, and the expenses is $1,900. So since January, we're still $909 in the hole. So we make about, last year I looked in, we brought in May, we brought in $1,300. We still have the rent to pay for for our swap facility. So we're gonna end up, about even Steven. So we're not, we're not exactly rich here, but we're holding our own.
Getting by.
How much is in our
Getting by.
checking account right now?
It's on the $2,006.
Okay. Got another one here to show us?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The last time you showed the map.
Yeah.
Oh, we've rented all the tables and more. So we haven't collected all the money for them yet either. So that's going to be extra money.
Do we have a motion to accept the financial report?
So moved.
Gordy, second. Tom? Any questions of Lee?
I have a question, Lee.
Yeah.
On this sheet it says, Robert Barron's, $22. What's that for?
Robert Barron.
Three-quarters of the way down.
Right there, next to the, close to the bottom.
One more.
Well, yeah. He bought a table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He bought a table and some tickets. Yeah. Bought 2 tickets and a table. That'd be it. So you get tables 12 and 2 tickets is 10. 10 plus 12.
Now those
22.
tickets, does Brandy have a list as people come in?
Yeah, I've got that.
We've got a list of all the people that are,
And most of them come in the back door because they're bringing their stuff in.
Because I know Cheryl and I will probably come in the back door.
Right, they're all going to come in the back door, and who's ever taking care of the table, checking them in, should take care of that. And I just scratched one off that Tom brought me money for. So what we're going to have to do, maybe they come through, we're going to, well, they're going to have to get their wristband.
Well,
But if they come in the front door and the swap gets going and we haven't taken them off, someone's going to have to go around and collect money. But the person at the back door is going to have that list showing who owes what. And
Who's going to be at the back door?
well, we're coming up.
we're coming up to that.
Yeah, I'll let Lynn work on that
And
one.
I'll get with,
But-
if whoever volunteers is here, I'll get with them, otherwise I'll be there early on Saturday and we'll get it figured out.
Yep.
Yeah, well-
Basically, there's a map of all of the tables, and they're numbered, and then I've got a list with all the numbers and it's itemized as to who paid, if they paid or not. So it's going to be real easy for the person checking in to make
We'll
sure.
show them that. Do we have a motion to accept the financial report?
We already did that.
Did we, we had discussion. We had a second, okay. All in favor? Opposed, same sign. All right, President's report. It was a successful World Amateur Radio Day and Parks on the Air. We had about 26 people show up. The weather was not great, so I consider it a success, and I just wanted to recognize all those who helped make it a success. You see them up there. And, we'll probably do it again next year, although April is a dicey month to do anything outside, isn't it? But, you look at it this way. I always say that Parks on the Air is sort of like a mini field day to train for emergency. You don't get to choose the weather in an emergency. So, we put the canopies up and we operated and worked a lot of stations, and so anyway. Anybody going? Dayton Hamvention? Yeah,
I'm the only one.
I guess so.
Are you driving or? Actually, it's a slam bam weekend. My granddaughter's graduating from Olivet that weekend, so Mike and I are going down Thursday, doing Dayton on Friday, driving back, going to Olivet on Saturday. So it's going to be a busy weekend.
Okay.
But I'm going to Dayton on the Friday, which is what I usually do. I usually go the Friday because it's easiest to get around, easiest to get close parking.
Now, the Ann Arbor Radio Club, Arrow, is renting a bus again. It doesn't sound like a real benefit for us because you'd have to get up at about 3 in the morning, drive to Ann Arbor, hop on a bus. But maybe some year we'll do a bus trip. All right. How many get the Great Lakes Division newsletter? Okay. If you want to subscribe, go to this address right up here. You can opt in or opt out. It's got some good information.
I get it.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it doesn't go to all ARRL members.
If you're a member, you should get it.
Well, if you remember, you gotta check the box under your member services, because there's multiple
Yes.
newsletters.
Oh, I get it,
So you
I
select,
must have-
you
I
must
must
have
have
selected
checked
it.
Yeah. Okay. April President's Challenge. Here we go, folks. We'll start out. We had a new addition this time.
I think you won because he didn't show.
What? No, we got a new one here. Let's look at Mike. Look at Mike. Now look at some of these. Look at who he's worked. Brazil. This is 5 watts or less. Belize. Cuba. New Zealand.
And his antenna's in his freaking attic.
Exactly. Look what he's using for an antenna. Homemade inverted V fan dipole.
Inside.
$15. It's an expensive antenna. But look at all of his. Unbelievable.
I'm impressed.
You think you need an amplifier? 5 watts? Look at that. Okay, look at the number and remember the number. What's the number? How many did he work?
52.
52. Keep that in mind.
51. 51, there's a header. 51.
Oh, okay.
I won't cheat.
Are they all DX?
Now that could change a lot of things.
They're
Are they
not-
all
they're not
DX?
all DX.
Look, you can see right here.
That's cool.
These are the locations.
I'd multiply the DX contact by
But you don't get to make the rules. I do.
the Stegio buzzer.
Okay, so that's Mike. Good job, Mike. Let's see how you did. Let's bring Ken up here. Look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that.
Who's that?
84. Pretty good, don't you think? Let's see how your president did.
No, no.
Here we go, folks. Here we go, folks.
You gonna win again?
I didn't win the last time. Ken won.
Yeah, you did.
So let's take a look at mine. Okay. Pretty good, don't you think? 38.
Yeah.
Now, you know there's more. Oh, look here, looky here. Oh, look at getting up there.
You worked all night to get to this.
670,
He did.
73, 74. Ken's getting nervous, he's not even here. So, are there more? You think there are more?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you would be playing the game.
Oh,
Ken won again, doggone it!
He wasn't here, so he loses.
forfeit.
Here's his certificate, and you can pass it around and scribble on it and write naughty words on it, whatever you want
Oh,
to
yeah,
do.
that's funny.
There you go. So, hey, I would encourage you now to consider the next challenge, which is working as many special event stations as you can.
Trump was up.
Unfortunately, who is the special event guy in this club?
Ken.
Kenny.
Yeah!
He's gonna win again.
And during the break, here are a few copies of this month's special events. I think there are about 15 of them.
This Trump last month.
So, there you go.
Did you get Vladimir on there?
Oh yeah, Vlad. Vlad.
Vlad's gonna be there?
Yeah, you know, I announced this as a president's challenge. I didn't say it was this president's challenge. It's tough getting a hold of these guys for their signatures, let me tell you. So, I just saw this in the magazine and actually read it, and it looks like a good deal. Maybe some of you have it. But to insure your radio equipment through ARRL is usually a better deal than your household insurance, and it's lower deductible. So like if your household insurance is $1,000 deductible and your radio to replace it is $500, you don't really get a benefit. So if you want to either turn to page 67 of QST, look at it.
Don't you have to be a member?
You have to be a member, yes.
But
Yes,
I
Gordy.
will mention that I had my radio equipment insured through there, and I was on the air, working 160 on Gray Line in the early morning hours. Transformer up the road dropped phase, ate my pump, ate my radio amplifier. And because of what happened, it wasn't covered. And not covered with a transformer phase dropping. It. So lightning strikes.
Really?
Yep, and that was ended up being all out of pocket. So really look at those policies close.
So along that same lines, there are third parties that do this, and there's another company, if you go on eHamNet, you'll see it, that insures it. It's actually better coverage than ARL.
Did you hear that? EHAM, right?
Yeah, if you go out there, they rate it, and there's many companies that provide this.
Okay.
You can get it on your homeowners too, it has a special personal area code.
As long as it's not used for culinary interest, you can get it. Wow, must be. What's your bag?
Here are the programs coming up. Tonight we're just going to go over the swap. Lee's going to present solar power for hams. Bill FFG is going to talk about C4FM. Bruce, remember Bruce who comes up here from Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to do something. He's not quite sure. He's got about 4 ideas and they're all high-tech stuff. And then Lee is going to present a fascinating video of the history of Heathkit. It sounds dry, but it's unbelievable. Yes?
I'll take October.
Okay. I'll make sure you get on there.
It will be Raspberry Pi RF hat interfacing to the internet for Fusion.
Slow down. Slow down.
What's that?
He's going to...
Raspberry Pi RF hat. That'd be fine.
Okay, now, open mic. Anything you have for the good of the club? Gordy?
I put in the newsletter that I purchased this new Rig Expert antenna analyzer. If anybody wants to look at it, see the screen.
You can't touch it though.
You can touch it. Just make sure there's no peanut butter on it. And so I brought it along if anybody wants to look at it.
Yeah, you won't let me touch it after another day.
VHF, UHF?
0 to 500.
Oh, wow. Cool. Very good.
How much was it? Have a lot of oil on it?
575.
No, I built my garage with my, yeah.
Okay, anybody else for the good of the order? Okay, look through the club activities. We don't need to go over them. You know them. The one I do want to add, and I didn't get it to Van. Field day is June 28 and 29. And we'd like to have as many, if you're a tech,
What was that day again?
I don't like to talk when someone else is talking.
Field day is listed.
If you're a tech, it's 28th to 29th of June. It's a great opportunity to work frequencies and bands that you normally can't work. We encourage that. So if you show up, we'll sit you down in a chair and let you operate. We don't do it to try to score points. We do it to have fun, and we do it to eat. Right, Brandy? Yeah. What's the menu this year?
I don't know, is the food decided yet?
Okay. All right. But I do know we have pancakes and sausage for breakfast.
Breakfast as always, but I could say it's what the club wants to slash out for, because I can request the cook just about anything.
Okay, I just want to show you the net controls. We're all set through, really through June. Make note if you are on there so that you don't forget. And any old business? I don't have any. Any new business? Let's take a 10-minute break, buy your raffle tickets.
Yes, sir.
And we'll come back and go through a swap checklist, and it's really important. This is our only fundraiser. And it's what keeps the repeater on the air. So, 10-minute break.
Yeah, they're in kind of short supply though. Because of all the bombings in Ukraine, they're not coming out.
Swap mat. This is the back door, and that's east. This is where they come into the gym. So Brandy and her crew are out here taking tickets. we think we have a little bit of space here, so we've sold 2 additional. We sold out. So we sold these 2. This is where creative embroidery used to be, so we got them there. Concessions are going to be over in this corner. It's the Cadillac Band Boosters. And then just before I came here, I got a call from a woman who is in charge of Auto State YLs. It's a group for
Mary.
lady hams.
Mary.
Mary. No, not Mary.
You found that?
It's somebody from downstate, from Grand Rapids. And she wondered if she could have a table. What we decided is, and even if some come and they have equipment and when they hear we're sold out, here's the hallway. We're giving tables there $10. It's not as much of visibility or traffic, but if they want to do it, and that's where we're going to put Auto State YL. But great job to Lee every day, goes to the post office, and we're sold out. I mean, really, we could stop right now. It's a success. We got $600 and some, right?
Lynn,
Yeah,
can I make a little comment?
sure.
My comment is, you guys that took over the table business have done a tremendous job compared to who had it in years past.
Well, thank you.
You've
Why
done
are
an
there no
excellent
tables
job.
there?
Pardon me?
Why is that area no table?
This is where you get a big pile of people coming in.
Okay.
And we just want
That
to
makes sense.
kind of
I
make
just
sure that it doesn't get all clogged up.
That's a stand around a blab area, right?
Possibly we could, but I just as soon keep this area open, especially when they first come in, it gets all, and then people stand around and talk.
Where's Webster?
Yeah, Webster's going to be right here,
Okay,
as usual.
as usual.
And as you know, at Swap, people like to gab. So we're trying to leave enough room over here with a couple tables. They can grab a cup of coffee, a donut, sit around and talk. But we're packed, and that's a good thing.
It'd
So
be nice if we could get David Cox, if we could get him in there by Sunburg, number 48, those 2 tables there.
I have to see when you set up whether if you
Yeah, you have
could
to see
get,
if they'll fit. You see, there at the bottom where it says no table?
yeah,
It's 48, up one, there you go. The next 2 tables over could possibly be
and
David
still,
Cox.
and still leave.
we'll know when we
Still
get
use
there
the
tomorrow. Okay, we'll know. You know, we're still learning. So if there's room, yeah, we'll put them there.
Okay.
All right, now let me see if I can pull up our.
I'm trying to remember, we don't use table paper anymore, do we?
No,
No.
these are nice plastic tables, that all we need.
You just put tape and with the number on it?
Yep.
Probably.
Masking tape or something?
I assume you have numbers all figured, probably already made up, Lynn, knowing you.
Program for-
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, you probably have the numbers already made up.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't.
I'm surprised.
I don't.
Are you looking for your checklist? It was on the top.
There's Bob's question,
Where's
really.
the checklist?
If you went back to your
What was
open,
my question?
it was the top.
The number.
Oh, yeah.
On Word?
Yeah, 2025 swap checklist.
Yeah, I can read. All right, folks. What happened? Where to go?
No, if you're like me, you have 6 copies of it and you don't know which one's the newest.
Where did it go? Swap checklist.
Go to the,
Here we go. All right. We're just going to run through this. It's pretty perfunctory. A lot of it's sort of taken care of. Placing signs at key intersections is going to be Lee and Rich, right?
Okay.
I will have the sign, oh, by the way, setup is at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'll have the signs there in my truck. They're out in my truck right now, but may as well just meet me at the school and get them if you want. Oh, Les, you know what we want you to do?
I see the driver on.
We need a driver. We're going to put our banner that we used at the World Amateur Radio Day. I don't know where, but it's a nice big banner. It'll draw some attention. Are you going to be there to set up?
Yes.
Can you bring, I'll bring the T-posts and the banner if you bring the driver.
You mean 4 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay,
And you can figure out where it should go.
okay,
It's all on you.
okay.
All right. Of course, we need as many of you that can be there. Let me just tell you that it's not going to be as, we are going to have kids bringing the tables in. They will be there when you show up. Tables will be already in the gymnasium. All we've got to do is set them up. Should go really fast, but especially if we get a bunch of you over there. So please show up. This one, Bob LHP, who's going to man our club table as he's done in the past. He's going to be here tomorrow. And he said, does anybody want to meet me at Lakeside Charlie's for dinner after we set up? Anybody going to want to do that?
Sounds good to me.
I'll be doing it. Okay, so I'll tell him we've got 3 or 4 guys that would want to join him.
I want to be there.
He's a great guy. You really enjoy meeting him.
After 50 years, it feels like it.
The HT swap frequency, and if you have an HT, please bring it. It's 55.
14655 Simplex.
Simplex. So, you know, if somebody has a question and you need to talk to Brandy, we're going to have an HT at her table. It's just, we're radio guys. We shouldn't have to be running all over the place, right? Okay.
Let's specify no idle chat, though.
Oh, no, it's all,
It got confusing a couple years ago.
It's
I
for
just turned mine
business.
off.
yeah, it's if you need something.
Yeah.
And let me jump down to the next one. Club vests are available.
I have them,
You got the box?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I wondered where it was. Okay. I'd really like you to wear one, and I'd like you to each that are going to be there consider yourself a committee of one to make people feel welcome. Again, this is our only fundraiser. The extent to which we give people a great experience, they're going to come back, they're going to tell their friends about it, and we're going to grow. So grab a vest and wear it. We're going to need a couple hand cards, and here's sort of the bad news. The National Honor Society is not going to help us this year because those lovely girls have to get their hair done because it's prom night. So the oldsters are going to have to bring their stuff in, but if we had a couple of hand carts or wagons, the school has a big cart. It's kind of a beast to move, but if you have one of those little wagons or something, it would be
Mine
helpful.
should still be there from last
Is
year.
there,
What?
Mine should still be there from last year.
Did you just leave it?
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
Tom.
I got one.
Okay, Tom's going to bring one.
I have one.
Okay, that's enough. That'll be just great.
Is there any chance of seeing if any of the kids that are helping on Friday will come back on Saturday morning?
I won't see the kids. I'll ask Matt when we're there. That'd be great if they could.
I mean, if they're there, a captive audience.
Yeah. I also told Matt, by the way, that any kid that helps out, actually any kid from the middle school that wants to go to this, like there's going to be thousands, they get in free. So, I mean, come on.
Under 18?
Yep. This is a kind of a new one. It got to thinking as I looked around at us and some of the others that come.
Well, don't
here there.
sugarcoat it, just tell
Do you know, is anybody in here comfortable? Okay.
them. You know how to run one?
Now,
Good.
you don't need to know, and you don't need any training. And Michigan law absolves you of any liability. And basically, the instructions are on it, and you just go through it and put the paddles on and hope for the best. But it's nice
It's a
to.
good thought, Lynn, because we are an aging group.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and it's just it's nice that we've got somebody that knows how to do it. So, all right. Thank you, Jordan.
I got my bottle of nitro, that's all I
Here's the biggest one. Bill W8MND, music bill. He usually does this job at the back door, checking in table renters and vendors. He had a family death, can't be here. This is a really important position. Now, Bill has said he might be able to, but he's not sure yet. So it would make me feel real good if we had another volunteer. Usually by about 10 o'clock, you're done. I'm watching for hands.
Is the club table gonna be in the lineup where I am?
No, it's right next to LHP's table, so he
Okay.
can do both.
Got it.
Nobody can help check people in? Jordan,
Hang on.
you're not thrilled about being there at 6 o'clock? Well, it's a fairly simple process, and when we're done here, get with Lee and he'll show you that we have not only a map, but we've got a list, which ones have paid, which ones haven't. So Bill and Jordan kind of tag team that, okay?
Alright.
All right. Talking and directions, Bob,
Yeah.
you got that covered? LHP said he'd like to have somebody just stop by every now and then to help him. He's going to be handling 2 tables, his own and the club table. The club table is for anything you want to donate, and if it sells, all proceeds come to the club.
Is that next to the, where I do?
No,
now?
it's not near you.
No, it's gonna be-
All right. He said he can handle it on his own, but he would like to have a volunteer.
From past experience, somebody stop by now and again and make sure if he needs to use the restroom.
Gordy?
I've got a table right next to him, and Tim and I are gonna be there. One of us will be there all the time.
Yeah, it's just kind of keeping your eye.
That would be something we could, I'm volunteering Tim.
Well, hey, Tim, thank you.
No, it's
Remember being in the service?
to be there, so we could do that.
Yeah, and again, it's only if Bob is having to explain something to somebody who wants to buy one of his things and there's somebody waiting. It'd just be nice to have you. Okay, great, thank you. VE testing, Steve.
Think about the money though, sure. That's the money.
Steve?
No, we've never had a money box. We always,
Do they write checks? Do they have the
they write
exact?
checks, they can go to the ARL, EDC, and most of the time Brandy's got enough money by the time people start signing up, that we've always leveraged that,
So if you need change or something, you can get it from her. Does that make sense?
She's right outside the door to the right, so it's easy for us to do,
Okay, good.
And most people that come to take the test are prepared.
for the most part.
Anybody in the club that's going to be testing?
Mike?
All right, Mike. No pressure, but we expect you to pass.
Pressure done, you know?
You'll pass. Door prizes. Tom.
All set?
Okay, I have a question. So you announce a winner, and the UP Net is meeting in a classroom, and they don't hear the announcement. How do we get that word to them?
I could probably break away. I do it about every 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, where I've got it spaced out, and there'll be spaces between.
Gordy?
We have a swap frequency, just make sure one of them has their handle turned to 146.55.
That would help. That would be a lot faster than me.
Are you going to have an HT?
Yeah. I
Okay.
do.
I think that would be, it's not a bad idea, hit the PA system and hit the handheld. That way,
You're so smart.
No.
I should have thought of that. Yes,
Would it make sense to have those on a display,
have what?
winners?
Well,
I do
yeah.
have one. Well, I don't have it on display, but I have a sheet. Guy wins, put down his name and call. It's right there.
That might be a good, we used to put it up on a poster so people could walk by and say, oh, I won.
I'm thinking like projector or television screen or something like that.
Well, you would think that.
Yeah, I would.
I'm thinking paper and, felt pen and abacus and all that, so. Steve?
people
They
buy,
might have like a money claim table, so like if you don't claim, if your name is called, you don't claim it. At the end of the swap, things are on the table. Here's unclaimed prizes.
No, I
That's a
just
good,
keep drawing, because somebody, if I draw somebody, is there,
Yeah, but they've got to track, I think we spent a lot of time tracking down people for whatever the door prize is. I mean, it's,
we're not tracking them down, they come up to the table.
We've never had a problem in the past. Tom's always handled it.
The only problem we've ever had is somebody who didn't hear for whatever reason.
that's been the biggest issue is, hey, I was in taking my test and I missed out a chance to,
Putting it over the.
well, we're not gonna have anything in that testing.
no, I don't want to talk.
So they have to be there to get the prize?
well, they have to hear the,
A guy sent from out east sent $5 in because he wants to be in on the drawing.
And he's not coming?
I know.
He just donated $5.
For the big prize, you've never had to be there
Well,
for the
if he,
big prize.
Yeah, the big prize.
Oh, the big prize, yeah, we'll send it to him.
Big
no
prize,
problem.
we'll track him. In fact, one year I had to ship it to somebody when I was doing the prizes.
Put a handy-talk in with a testing session and they can monitor. I mean,
No, they don't want any interference, right? No HTs in the,
No, I don't want.
no, they need to take their tests.
Never allowed him
Yes.
before.
maybe I can do it on paper and get it to him, I don't know, but that's what I did last year.
Okay.
You get a list of them.
Yeah, get a list, yeah, give me a list of the people that are testing, and if they win, then I'll know, okay?
Sure, I'll get you the list.
Thanks.
Staggers so
I'm not
fantastic.
gonna have a list, because they come in.
What's a 9-volt battery for?
Microphone.
It's just one of those things that just in case the microphone, the wireless battery goes out, you lose your PA system. And it can happen, so, because they use it.
You're just covering all possibilities, right?
Absolutely. Contingencies, I think it's called, so. What else we got here? Okay, Tom,
Yeah,
since you're doing the PA system, can you find a 9-volt battery?
yeah.
Gotcha. Tickets.
Tickets, ticket bucket, who is the cash box?
Tom,
I don't know.
don't worry about it, I'll bring one.
Or the till.
Bring
Who?
one. I'll bring one.
He should be in, it was in the trailer, it should be in the
It's probably in the,
storage unit.
I'll check on that.
I mean, it's not a requirement, but it makes it a
No.
lot easier.
Yeah, and actually, does anybody smoke cigars? Do you have a cigar box?
How many do you want?
Give one to Jordan or Bill,
Okay.
because they're at the back door. They will be having to take some
I'll
money.
bring the cigar box. That'd be one less my kids have to go through when I die.
Okay, and there's the bucket.
I've got the bucket, I just.
Are you gonna take it with
Yep,
you?
I'll take it with me.
Okay. Also, we need to get some tickets. Jordan
Yep,
and Bill?
I will get with them.
Okay,
after.
okay. Well, we've already taken care of that. We don't need a runner, we're gonna do the radios, okay? So, we'll have somebody in the UP net with an HT, and when you announce it, you just call them and tell them who won. Got it? Michigan map, this is a great addition last year, and I really liked it, and everybody participated. That map was full.
Where is it?
Where-
I have the
she handles it.
corkboard, I have a map, I'll make
Yeah,
sure.
you have the pins?
Yep, I've got the pins,
Yeah, it was really cool the way that worked last year.
double check that it's the whole state,
It's the whole state,
okay.
but double check,
No,
contingency.
that was the problem, first map I had last year had the upper peninsula on one side and the mitten on the other, and sort of defeated the purpose of.
Oh, you better check that, because I think it's the same map I gave you.
No, the map, you got me the correct map,
Okay.
the one I had wasn't.
Here's another one. Volunteers to the tear down. Usually everybody disappears about 5 minutes to noon. Oh, that's another thing. We got a little complaint last year for starting to tear down around 11 o'clock. It was dying. But you know, somebody lives down in Toledo and arrives at 11 o'clock and sees everybody leaving. It's not fair. If we advertise till noon.
It wasn't all us, it was the vendor,
Oh, yeah, no, it's not just us, but I confess,
We can't tell vendors they can't pull down.
no, but here's the problem, and I'm as guilty as anyone. So a table guy cleans off his table, takes off, there's a table there. So I go over and fold it up and stack it. That very act is kind of showing people it's over. It just doesn't look good. So I'll take my share of the blame, but let's just try to stay there till noon. And if you can stick around and help put stuff away,
It doesn't take long.
no, it doesn't really.
Now, question. When we shut everything down, we're gonna stack up the tables and the kids are gonna put them back in the trailer?
I haven't gotten that far with Matt.
I would,
I'm gonna be talking to him tomorrow.
yeah.
But, yes, Tom.
Grand prize, 11:30, announced? we're over at noon, I figure people are gonna hang around at least to hear what the grand prize is.
Actually, it would be a good idea to announce early and often, there will be a grand prize drawing at 11:30. So stick around.
Yeah,
That might encourage people to stick around. What do you think? 11:30 sound good?
about a half an hour before the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be present to win.
No.
You don't have to, but you know,
No,
some of them
no,
might
but
stick
if you
around.
announce that early and often, there's less likely that people are going to.
Yeah. Show them the grand prize certificate.
Programmed in fives.
Okay, retrieve signs, Lee and Rich.
Bring mine by.
And if you don't mind, are you gonna be there Saturday?
Yes.
Well, if you don't mind, pulling them and just leave the banner inside and the T-posts inside and take your driver.
Yeah, I can go around and pick up the signs.
Okay.
Inside where?
Nice, Tom.
Just inside where she is.
Actually, no.
By the front
And then
thing, and I'll
there's
take
an
it
instruction
to the
sheet
shed.
that goes with it. to
Yeah,
tell
'cause
how-
I'll know where the signs are, so.
Yeah.
Whole thing. Actually, this is new this year. They didn't have this last year. It was just a small thing, but this is really nice.
Tom, did the ARRL
They
send
printed it
stuff?
all out.
Yes, I got 4.
Okay.
Go
Because I know
from,
you questioned me on that and I never followed up on
yeah,
it.
that, no, I got hold of them.
Now, there are some people that were a little ticked off that we didn't give them a nice 159 2-meter analog radio, but most people were thrilled to get a gift certificate.
Yeah, they could get for $150 from,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, who needs another
right.
2-meter?
Exactly.
Yeah, you do. And I'm gonna, we're about ready to close. Did I miss anything?
I can tell you that the Midlands group is doing their balloon launch on the same day again this year, so if we can get a screen, we can put that up
Gotta win
again.
it first.
Okay, all right.
I have something to say, Lynn.
Yes.
I want to thank you for all your work. You've done a superb job of organizing this.
Well,
Here you go.
thank you. Hey, it's a team effort, and go team Friday and Saturday. Let's make it a great one. And again, it really makes a difference. If you go up to somebody and introduce yourself, just welcome them. It just really makes a difference. So, you know, be a committee of one, make everybody feel good. Take them over and tell them to buy as much food from the band boosters so they make
Yeah,
some money.
don't be like Gordy and Bjorn reality.
Oh, no, don't be like Gordon. Don't be like Gordon.
Is the band going to do
Digital
the
communication.
music and
Yeah, just so you know, and it's something we tried last year,
And back.
and it went over fantastically. I still have guys that tell me what a cool idea it was.
What's that?
Well, last year we had the director of bands at Manton High School play the national anthem on
That
the
was
flute.
cool.
Well, we're gonna do a little better this year. The Cadillac Band is sending, I don't know how many, to come, and they're gonna do the national anthem.
That's
And we're doing it at 9 o'clock, because we want people to get in and so forth. So we'll just stop, pay tribute to our country, and keep going.
Do you have any PR coming at all, or local newspaper?
I've sent it out. Typically, they haven't come to it. They haven't. I think last year we had the local public access station come out, so. Any other suggestions that I might have missed? I'm gonna embarrass you. You know, we're gonna do a after-school activity for ham radio for Mackinac Trail Middle School next fall. And Jeff there has donated some HTs for the kids to use.
Yay.
So, thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
And Gordy's gonna kinda take charge.
Yeah, I was just informed, so yes. You told Jeff, Jeff told me, that's how that works, right?
All right, well,
Boss said.
take a look at your ticket stubs. And Van's
Come on, kid.
favorite wife.
The magic number, last 3 digits, 719.
Oh, no!
Daddy's getting new boots.
Missed it by one.
Not the way.
All right, we are officially adjourned. Thank you for coming. Please, 4 o'clock tomorrow.
No problem.
Many hands make light work.
I didn't get one.
I'll just get back to
Just on Saturday. I don't